Welcome to Hip Talk, the podcast where we talk about all the new features and innovations coming to the Hedera network. My name is Keith Cole, and I'm a product manager at Hashgraph. And so today we'll be talking about Release 55. So for those of you who have been watching Hip Talks, you'll notice that normally when we're talking about a new release, I interview the release manager for that release. But this is one of the circumstances where actually I'm the release manager for 55, so I'll be doing this solo. The major update for Release 55 is that we've introduced a new account balance query throttle of 1,000 TPS per node. As you can guess, this query is typically used to get the balance of tokens held by Hedera account. We would highly suggest that if you need this information, your first choice should be to use a Hedera mirror node. If you do need to go to a consensus node to get this information, maybe for something like a smart contract, please note that this throttle, because it's a query throttle, is 1,000 TPS per node. So you can distribute your requests to get across multiple nodes for a higher overall network threshold. So that's the major update for Release 55. But I wanted to use today's talk to actually dive deeper into our releases and how you yourself can explore them. Obviously, there's a lot that goes into every release. And normally in Hip Talks, we talk about the features that we think are most impactful for end users. But there's a lot of the nitty-gritty under the hood. Each PR is made up of tens or hundreds of PRs that are doing things like fixes or adding features or capabilities. And I want to go more through some of the tooling for both how you can explore what goes into every release, but also how you can track the release cadence throughout the Hedera network. So to do that, I'm going to just start sharing my screen and show you a few different tools to make that happen. So the first tool I want to share is something that I've mentioned in a lot of the different Hip Talks, which is the Hedera status page at status.hedera.com. On this page, you can see a lot of information about different Hedera networks. So for example, here shows the Hedera mainnet, and most notably, here you can see that the release version running on Hedera mainnet currently is version 0.54.2. And, obviously on this page, you can see all of the different Hedera consensus nodes and their operational status. And then if you go down further, you can see here we have Hedera testnet. You can see that the Hedera software version running on it is version 55.2. And if you go down to PreviewNet, you can see the release version is version 56.1. And if you go even further down towards the bottom, you can see all of our announcements about when different releases are coming out. So I'm actually filming this on November 13th. So you can see we're scheduled for a mainnet upgrade to version 55.2 in a few hours. That will take effect. So basically this page provides you a lot of different information about where we are in the release lifecycle for the different Hedera networks. So the other tool I want to show off is the release notes, which has a lot of useful information. This can be found at docs.hedera.com. Then I'm looking at the release notes for the Hedera services. So again, if we go to Release 55, which we're covering today, you can see that we've highlighted the notable change in this release is the account balance query throttle, which I discussed earlier. But actually, you can actually go further down and you can look at all of the deltas between Release 55 and previous releases. So we can start here. We can see that this would be the delta between Release 54, the last build in Release 54 versus 55.0. And you can see all of the PRs that have gone into this release. And you can, you can click on any of them to learn more. And then if you go up, you can see that we have different builds, 55-1, 55.2. And you can see the deltas that those builds introduced. So this is a great way if you want to understand everything that goes into a release, or maybe you have a specific question about a specific new feature or PR. It's a great way for you to navigate our Hedera releases as they come out. So I hope those have been useful tooling to show you how you can both see what goes into every Hedera release and also how you can track Hedera releases as they move through Hedera, PreviewNet, testnet, and mainnet. As always, if you have any questions about Release 55 or specifically about the new account balance query throttle, please hit us up on Discord or on social media, and we'll do our best to answer. And thank you very much for your time today.